Hi guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today we have another speed build, and this is a very exciting speed build because this is a collaboration that I've done with ByScreenSide, who is an awesome YouTuber. Honestly, she's one of those YouTubers that I watch her videos all the time and I'm just like, how do you not have more subscribers? You know, I just feel like she's one of these people that deserves more subscribers because her buildings are really good. Her builds are really good. You know, she does a whole lot of Sims content, and obviously I do Sims content as well, but her build is so good. I would definitely recommend going and checking her out if you haven't already, because she's great. She's great. I always get so inspired by watching other people's builds, and she's definitely one of these people that I would go to for inspiration. There's certain people that I follow on YouTube that I'm just that I love their content or whatever so much, and I'm just always going to their channels and being like, help me. So yeah, she's definitely one of these people for me that I sort of go to for inspiration. And yeah, if you haven't already checked her out, definitely go and check her out. She did the first half of this build. This is kind of part two. Obviously her build is already up to the side here on the left, and I kind of just came in at the last minute and sort of just did my piece and peaced out, you know. So yeah, no, she really is a very nice person, and you know, we were talking about ideas because we knew we wanted to collaborate, but we didn't know what we wanted to do yet. So we were just talking, and she had the suggestion of doing kind of an autumn inspired build. So I used quite a lot of dark colors, not necessarily on the outside is very red, but the inside I tried to use a lot of darker excusez-moi, my voice just went weird. Yeah, I tried to use a lot of darker colors, especially in the sort of more living spaces of the build. I always do this where I have a build, and because I like my builds to make sense, you know. I don't want to have completely 1,000 different styles in a build, but I really wanted to, I really enjoy making bedrooms kind of more different from the house. The one bedroom that I always kind of try and stick with the theme of the rest of the house is the master bedroom, because I figured that the person that owns the house would have the master bedroom, and since the house would be theirs, it would be their style, so it would make sense for whoever is in the master bedroom to have the same style. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I don't know, but either way, I did use a lot of darker colors, and it was a bloody shame because there was this pack sale going on the other week, and it was, you know, everything was half price. I think everything on Origin was actually half price, and I didn't get Spooky Stuff pack, which is a really bad oversight on my half, because I could have got pumpkins and stuff, but it's fine. If you go and check out Kenzie's videos, which you definitely should, I will link all of her stuff down below. It'll be the first stuff in the description, so definitely go and check her out. There's no reason not to. Okay? No. But you know, I'm aware that she put in pumpkins and stuff in her build, and there are a couple of things that I couldn't get in my build just because I don't have all the packs yet. I'm working up to it. It's gonna happen. I did buy a few the other day because of the sale, and it's just, whew, my heart is very happy. I got backyard stuff, and I got the kids room stuff, which I actually didn't really want at all. I really didn't have a huge urge to get that, but I kind of got it on a whim, and I actually really like it. I think it's really cool. It's a really good pack. Okay, my favorite thing about the Sims game is not the kids. If I'm honest, because I'm not gonna try and talk about drama, but there's kind of been drama about toddlers and stuff. If any of you are sort of part of the Sims community or anything, I follow a lot of Sims stuff on Twitter, because Twitter is really the social media of my choice. I just prefer using that. It's a lot easier and quicker and everything. But either way, there's kind of been some drama going on recently about people wanting toddlers and everything, and personally I never really enjoyed toddlers that much. Toddlers were always like my least favorite part of having a Sims family. Obviously I'm not saying that just because I didn't enjoy something doesn't mean that everyone should like hate it, but like for me, you know, I'm not really understanding of the whole toddler hype, because, you know, there's a lot of people that really want toddlers and they're kind of demanding it, but I don't really care about it. Personally, it's just not my thing. You know, I couldn't really care less about toddlers. They're like my least favorite part of Sims, and they always were. I always just found it like a lot. I always just found that toddlers were more, I don't know, I just found them really hard work, and I didn't want to like teach something how to walk every time you know, my Sim gave birth to it. I don't know, it just wasn't like my favorite thing. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, so there's been a lot of drama about it, and because kids are not like my favorite part of the game, I never thought, oh yeah, I should definitely get the kids stuff pack, because I just don't care about it. But yeah, I got it, and I am very impressed with it. I do like it a lot, and actually I made a family recently that I played through for like a couple of hours, and they had a child, and I actually really liked all of the kid stuff for you know, a child. I'm very impressed with it. I really did not think I would be, but yeah, I liked it a lot. So yes, so as you can see, a lot of dark colours. I didn't keep the whole of the downstairs blue. I just kind of wanted it to not be white. I just like to kind of have the general colours that I want going on in a build, you know, before I actually decide on the colours. Sometimes it's funny, because sometimes when I'm doing builds, I will colour it as I go, and I'll make it look perfect as and when I put, you know, the objects in. But sometimes I just like put all the objects in and then go around colouring it, and which is, it's weird for me to do that. Like I never really do that, but in this build I was just like, I don't really know what I was doing, to be honest. I did this build like a really weird way around, you know, like I wasn't really entirely sure what I wanted from this build, because I was aware of obviously the whole autumnal theme, but I just didn't know how to like do it without, you know, having pumpkins. I don't know why. Like, I think it's because Kenzie was like, oh, you know, we can use pumpkins and stuff for it to be autumnal, and I was just like, yes. And then I was like, I don't have pumpkins. What will I do? But yeah, I mean, I hope this is slightly autumnal. I just basically was, my logic was that, I don't really know what my logic was. I was just like, maybe a darker color scheme would be more cozy, and it would just look more homely, and kind of, what the danger was basically was that it would look kind of gothic, which is definitely not what I was going for. But I don't know, I hope I achieved what I was trying to achieve. I'm happy with it regardless. I just don't know if it's 100% the most autumnal thing I've ever built. Not that I don't know if I've ever actually built anything specifically autumnal, but anyway, it took me a while to figure out the layout, because I have this like weird thing where I'm like, I don't want the dining room to be on show for some reason. I'm always just like, dining room, I always want a dining room to be closed off. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know. I think it's because I always think of dining rooms as like something really formal, and I don't know, like in my mind I just find it a little bit weird to have like a specific dining area type room, even though in my house we do have a dining table that we just don't really use. But like, either way, I ended up putting the dining room kind of just like willy-nilly in between the sort of living area and the kitchen, and I think it's nice. I think it ends up looking nice. I did like a pretty cool, I wanted archways by the dining area, sort of to split up the room a bit, because I didn't want it to be as open plan as it is. I'm trying to like chill out on the open plan stuff, because realistically, like, not a huge amount of houses are actually very open plan at all. And so I really wanted to try and do something a little bit more closed off. So I think soon I'll show you this kind of archway trick I did. I didn't actually use, you know, the archways that are in the game because I don't really like them. I think they're a bit so what I did was I put 2 walls there and some pillars, and it kind of makes a makeshift archway. And if you use the, I don't even know what they're called, like the decoration for the, like, I don't know what they're called, like a trim around the outside. If you use that, it kind of makes an arch, and it's usable, like the Sims walk through it very easily, and it works perfectly fine. Plus, by the way, I did playtest everything in this build, and everything works fine. I actually went to the trouble of playtesting, which I definitely need to do with all my builds. Like, it takes 5 minutes, but in my head I'm just like, I simply cannot. It's too much of a strain. But it's not. But I did specifically want to playtest everything in this build, and everything works fine, so it's all good. So yeah, anyway, this is the lounge area, of course, and I wanted to, I don't think, oh, one thing I didn't place test is that bookshelf, so I'd be very surprised if you could use that because there's stuff in front of it, but I kind of just wanted it more as a decorative item. I didn't know what to put in that space, and I didn't want to just have like plants or something, so yeah, in the end we just go with a bookshelf, and I like it. I think it's nice to kind of have something. It's very easy to just go into Sims and be like, okay, I need something to decorate that area, and then go into the decorations sort of section and like try and pull something out from that. But for me personally, I use those a lot, so it's kind of a bit boring for me to keep using the same things over and over again. But I always find it really interesting to see what other people use as like decorative items, so I always try and do something a little bit different. My favorite thing, by the way, at the minute is stacking stuff on top of fridges in the game. I've done that in a few builds recently. And yeah, it's just like my new favorite thing in the whole world to do. Just using the stuff from, what was it, Go Outdoors? The game pack where you get like the cabins and stuff and all the outside sort of camping stuff. Using the stuff from that pack, I really enjoy that pack. I remember when that first came out, I was like really hyped for it because I think, well, it was one of the first sort of expansion packs, but I just thought it was a really cool idea, and it is a very cool idea, and a lot of the stuff in that pack are very useful, like, because they're very multi-purpose, I find. Like, a lot of the stuff you can use, you know, like, you get these, like, tree stump chairs, for one, right, and you could definitely not use that as a chair, you can just use that as whatever, and I don't know, I like it. I think that's just like my kind of thing, where you have something that isn't technically made to be, you know, whatever, and then you use it as that thing, and it's just like, I don't know, that's just what I'm all about personally. So yeah, this is basically what the downstairs ends up looking like. A huge part of this video is actually me doing landscaping. That's why I probably could have cut this video down by a few minutes by cutting out the landscaping, but as I said in another build, I can't remember which one it was, but I really enjoy watching people do landscaping. I don't know why, and I always get like this intense satisfaction from landscaping. I don't know why, I'm just always just like, oh, it really, like, it's like my new favorite thing, because I never used to put any attention really into landscaping, and then recently it's just like, it's all about the landscaping, ladies. All about the landscaping. Anyway, so this is a kids' room, and it doesn't have to be a kids' room. You could definitely make it into whatever room. You could very easily make this into like a teen room or anything really, but I'm still like reading off the kids' stuff pack. There's just so much stuff in it, like, that I really enjoy using, that isn't necessarily for kids. I think it's really good if you want a house to look lived in. I really think, you know, and sort of not like majorly cluttered, but have stuff that is a little bit more detailed. A lot of the stuff in that pack is very good for that. I really like the like bookshelves. You get like 2 bookshelves with it, and I love them. I think they're really, really nice, and I'm obsessed with them. And I didn't actually put them in this build, but trust, I think a build that I'll put up in like 2 weeks, a couple weeks from now, I did use a lot of the kids stuff pack because it was like the first build I did with the kids stuff pack, and I was very happy with how it turned out. It's like a little beach house, and it's really, really cute. I really wanted to do something like super, you know, girly, I guess, sort of traditionally girly, you know, like using a lot of pinks, like pastel colors, and I'm just obsessed with that. I can't wait to put that up on my channel because I love that build so much. I remember when I like finished it, I was like, damn, so impressed with myself. So yeah, I'm very excited for everyone to see that. Very, very excited, very excited. So yeah, my house actually has 3 bathrooms in it. I forgot to say, this has 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms in total, including, you know, Kenzie's house as well. The whole lot has, it kind of has like 2 of everything, but it has 4 bedrooms and 5 baths. I think, I think there's the only bathroom that doesn't have like a shower in it or something is the one that I put in my house, which is downstairs. It's just like a toilet and a sink. I really could not fit anything else in that bathroom. It's literally like a 3x3 space, so it's definitely not 3x3. That's a lie. It's like 3 tiles, so I couldn't have fit anything else in there. But either way, I'm very, very happy. So yeah, this is the master bedroom, and as I said, the master bedroom kind of goes with the rest of the build a lot more than the kids' bedroom. The kids' bedroom is a lot more kind of like, I guess it's just more suited to a kid. Like, I can't imagine really having a kids' room, especially if your sim has a lot of money, having a kids' room that isn't very kid-friendly. Like, I mean, you could definitely do it, and I think there's definitely ways that it would look really good anyway, but like, I really wanted to, look, I'm not trying to make excuses, I just wanted to use the kids stuff pack, alright? Alright? Don't have a go at me, I'm just living my life. Anyway, I wanted to put a TV in this room. I just basically wanted like a counter area, that obviously wasn't a full-size counter because they are very large. Just to put stuff on, like I needed something to fill out that space, so I ended up just like moving, you know, like raising things, that's what I'm trying to say, to, you know, just make something, you know, not very user-friendly. Like, the Sims could watch TV with it, but, you know, you're not going to be able to write a book or anything on it. Anyway, I don't know why I would think that you'd want to write a book on it anyway, but do you know what? Who cares? It's fine. It's fine. What is going on now? I think this is mainly just, I mean, obviously doing the outside area. I kind of realized halfway through that I hadn't really put any lighting in, or I had, but it was not the nicest. I always use the, what are they? I don't know what they're really called. They're like spotlights, and I don't know, they're just, I use them when I'm like furnishing everything, and then I put in different lights just to kind of make the build more, I don't know, just so it all fits in together, if you know what I mean. So yes, this is the back garden. I went a bit Wiltshire there, art. Yeah, this is the back garden, and I am very happy with how this turned out. What I wanted to do, because this is obviously a 2-house lot, I wanted to have, because Kenzie's garden is a lot more kind of open, and I love that, like, that is what I always do. But I was kind of thinking that this sort of family or whatever that would live in my house might want to be a little bit more private for whatever reason, so I put up a fence. I put it right up, and I never use fences, so it was weird because I've never used a fence to like cordon a whole garden off, and yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. I always think, oh no, it will just look bad, but actually I'm really happy with it. I think the trick is, well, for me, like my personal taste is using two different types of fencing, so having like a wooden fence and then using like the bushes. I don't know why, but for me that just makes it so much better. Like I just much prefer it that way. And yeah, this is the landscaping portion of the video. It's very long. I think, well, it's not like a mega long, but it's a solid few minutes of placing like foliage, which is fine. I always, whenever I do this kind of stuff, landscaping, I suppose, I always am like hating it. I hate how long it takes when I'm doing it, but the end sort of, oh, what is the word I'm trying to think of? The end result is always just like, I'm always very happy with the end result. So it's worth it, but it can be quite, you know, time consuming and just difficult to do. Like, especially someone that's not really done a huge amount of landscaping in my simming career. It's just not something, I'm just very new to it basically. And yeah, I did the old trick. I wanted to have like a swimming pool area, but I wanted it to look a little bit more, I guess, wild. Like I wanted it to look like a pond or something, you know, like a mini kind of lake area that wasn't like an actual swimming pool. I mean, it is a swimming pool, your Sims could swim in it, but I wanted it to not look like a pool, because I just didn't think it would fit in with the rest of the build to have something sort of that's like looks ultra modern like a pool, because I always just think the pools in Sims look really modern unless you know, change the color to like green or something, and add loads of stuff around it. But yeah, I wanted a pool, and I was like, I'm having a pool, it's gonna happen, there's no stopping me. But yeah, so I made it look a little bit more untamed, as one might say, with the frog fountain and everything. Oh, so I took a lot of inspiration for the front area of the garden from Kenzie's build. You can see it's quite similar. I forgot I put in a little pond here as well, actually. Oh, it's quite emotional. It's quite sweet. It's just like my go-to thing at this point. Like I'm always just like, what can I do here? I know, I'll make a pond. So yeah, I just made like a pond and like put a load of foliage and landscaping and stuff around it. Yeah, I actually took a huge amount of inspiration for this build from what Kenzie had done, obviously, because I really wanted it to look blended in. I didn't want it to look like a stark comparison. Like I could have gone, if I really wanted to, I didn't, but I could have gone with like some sort of ultra modern build thing, but I didn't want to. I'm really just not into doing modern builds at the minute. I'm really into doing something just a little bit more interesting. Like, not that modern builds aren't interesting, but I do them, I'm so used to doing them, and I feel like I've done them a huge amount. So doing stuff that's a little bit more detailed, because you can really get away with being very minimalistic with modern builds, and it's not that it makes it boring, it's just that you can do that and it looks great. But I'm really trying to challenge myself to do things on Sims that I never have really done before. So, you know, I didn't go with the modern. Not that I would have done anyway, because it's not what me and Kenzie talked about. But if I really wanted to, I could have done, but I didn't. Are we proud? Are you proud of me? Are you proud? Anyway, so yeah, I used the same paving and everything that Kenzie used. I didn't use the same bushes. She did this really cool thing where she like stacks bushes on top of each other to make them like high. I think she did it with like trees and stuff. But either way, I've seen other people do that, and I've never done that, but I kind of want to experiment with that. So maybe next time I do some landscaping, I will do that and make it a little bit more, I don't know, different and exciting. Woohoo! So yeah, just going over with the old dirt tool. I don't know why, it just really finishes everything off. And I say this every time whenever I talk about the dirt tool, putting dirt around your house or whatever. It adds like so much depth, and I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that I saw someone do that one time, and now I do it all the time, because I feel like it's made my life a lot better. Anyway, my voice is I feel like I'm very raspy right now. I've got a really sore throat, I think because, okay, so I've actually tried to film this voiceover a few times because I'm tired and I just kept yawning all the time. Which now I've said yawning, I'm probably going to yawn again, but like, it's weird because I don't talk non-stop like the way that I talk in videos in real life ever. I'm actually like quite a quiet person. Not because of shyness or anything, but like I just don't talk constantly. I'm much more of a slow talker and a kind of, I always kind of just, yeah, I'll just take my time and think about what I want to say and everything. But when I'm doing voiceovers, it's just like, you know, we gotta talk about this, and it's just like non-stop for me. So I sometimes get like a sore throat, and then I just need to like calm down a bit. It's too much. So yeah. I wanted to tell you guys that the screenshots have all of Kenzie's stuff in it, and it's got, you know, I tried to do screenshots of absolutely everything, and it was funny because when I was doing the screenshots I was like, right, we've got to get equal amounts of everything, because I didn't want people to think that like I was just like biased on my own house. I was just like, so yes, here's my wonderful creation. But no, I really like tried to make everything very equal, and we got equal amounts of everything, so I hope it worked. So yeah, these are the screenshots. I'm very happy with how these builds turned out. I'm really, really happy with this collaboration. I think it was such... I couldn't have been like more happy to collaborate with anyone because Kenzie is just awesome, and yeah, it's great. I'm really, really happy. Definitely go and check out her channel. She's great. It's just a love fest over here. I'm just like, oh, she's great. I love her. She's great. She's amazing. But seriously, like, check out her channel. She's very good. She's very good, and she deserves more subs. So if you have the chance, go and check her out. I'll put her stuff in the description. As always, guys, thank you for watching so very much. It does mean a lot. If you have any feedback or anything, please let me know. I always am looking for things that people want to see, so if you have anything that you'd like to see me build, then just tell me, leave me a comment, and I'll definitely check it out and, you know, see if I can do it. There's some things that I know that I definitely won't be able to do, but most things I'll give a shot, so yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Goodbye.